How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Friday Night Mic Drop at the Ryan Files. Let's see how this works out. I missed my cue. It happens. All right. I'm looking right up there at the feed. All right. You can hear me. Or at least I can hear me. So I'm assuming you can hear me. It's awesome to be here. Thank you so much for coming out this Friday night. Man, is it just me or is this year like going super fast? Super fast. Yeah. Seems crazy. I am like, if over your head is right here, I'm kind of like right here right now. And I know you can't see that. Man, it's just, I got a lot on my plate, and that's why I like living in that space where there's no boring moments, but like, I don't know, man, this seems faster than it's ever seemed before. I almost promise you that Finn will make an appearance tonight. She's right there. Right now, she is if you have that pet, a pet that's awesome, that has connected to you, you'll understand what I'm saying. She's very connected to me for whatever reason, and she knows something's up. She knows something's up, and something is definitely up. Can't share it with you, but something major is about to take place for me in my life. To what degree it will impact you is probably very minimal, but for myself, it's a big deal, and that's all I can say about it right now. But within the next month or so, I think that Finn, you can't walk on the keyboard, honey. You can't. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. The one and only Finn. How you doing? She has been really awesome lately, and very protective of her daddy. And also, it's so funny. Like she is. I won't say that she was a feral cat when we got her, but she was abused. She had been abused. There's no doubt about that. And we almost didn't keep Finn because she was miserable. I'll have to go back and get some videos so you can see just how crazy this one right here is. Oh, yeah, just go ahead and smile there. Oh, sit down. There you go. Take a bath. That's the most awesome cat I've ever had in my life, and I've had a lot. I love them. But she is very in tune with me, what's going on with me for whatever reason. And when there's certain things going on, she has to be close. And she's got this new thing now where she has to jump up on my shoulders and just like sit. I'll have to get some video of it. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, let's see here. So curious. Yeah, very curious. Simba is like got a cat named Simba. That's cool. Kate. Hello, Finn. Yeah, and I'm cool if she hangs out. If you all are. She just had her dinner. Yeah, she did. Yeah, you did. All right. Why don't you just sit down, Finn? Chill out. There you go. She earlier just trying to get my attention was like biting the wires. I'm like, Finn, you can't do that. Anyways, O'Malley, our cat O'Malley. Okay, very cool. That's a cool name, O'Malley. Yeah. Do you think she knows? I mean, look at her. Just center of the screen at the bottom, kind of like the episodes. Do you think she knows? God bless. That's awesome. Anyways, we got a really cool episode coming up. Now, I'm going to just preface this with a little bit of, I don't know, just like self-awareness. Okay. The next episode coming up on Tuesday is a drawing that happened. It happened on Wednesday, 5 p.m. on Wednesday, with all of the contestants from Elvis Explosion. And you know what? Hold on. Let me just do this. There you go. Why not? Right? Yeah, she's awesome. Anyways, all the contestants from Elvis Explosion, and there are 29 of them. That's a lot of dudes, man. And, getting like 29 people anywhere is difficult. 29 Elvises, it's like herding cats. Finn is watching as Rudy walks by, afraid that Rudy is taking attention away from her, I think. Anyways, yeah, so like 29 Elvis guys, it's like herding cats. But man, we pulled it off. We pulled it off. And it was pretty cool. We pulled off getting the song selections for Friday and Saturday night at Elvis Explosion live in the moment. It'll come to you, during an episode that's edited, but not really that much. And so there are some, just open, empty moments of people thinking or, hey, turn your microphone on, that kind of stuff. But what's really cool about it is, and I take it for granted, and I think that a lot of guys in the business take it for granted. We don't get the opportunity maybe to enjoy what we do because we're in it. But outside looking in, I think it might be very interesting to see how things happen behind the scenes at, any given Elvis contest. Including the ultimate, which to a degree is kind of, and I don't mean this in disparagingly. The way they do it is very just like, whoop, 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 whoop. And there's not a lot of wiggle room or flexibility. They tell you what you're singing, so on and so forth. And that's fine. But with Elvis Explosion, we kind of want to have a little bit more of a closer touch with the contestants and with the audience. So, yeah, it's a fascinating thing. I really enjoy it. It's so bizarre because in the production side of things, I find myself rooting for all the guys. I don't have a favorite. I don't have a dog in a hunt when it comes to this, but I love seeing guys pick a certain song because of this reason or that reason, and how they're strategizing okay, this guy is singing this, so I'm going to sing this, or this guy isn't here this year, so I'm going to sing this. It's really awesome. And the guys showed up, and every last one of them, professional, polite, awesome. We did have we did have a slight little issue. There's a couple guys that, I'm not going to say who, but that might be a little bit older, and Zoom was like, whoa, wow, Zoom. And they didn't know how to mute their microphone. So like they would cough and then the video would go to them. Of course they weren't supposed to be seen at that time. But it's all good. Listen, the editing's fine. And, you get to see behind the scenes of how songs are picked for a contest. Not only that, but how the order is picked. And you might laugh at the simplicity of it, but, it works, and it's an awesome time. So I wanted to share that with you guys just because I don't know that anybody has ever seen that. The public hasn't seen that. And I think at Elvis Explosion, we're very interested in Ronnie said it in the episode that was a couple weeks ago. There's thousands of these contests that go on. But what differentiates you from others? And we just kind of want to show that. And so enjoy it. Have some fun with it. It's all pretty much in real time. There's only a couple breaks. And it's in real time because, you're picking... Here, I'll show you. All right, just stay there. Hold on. So you'll see me with bags like this where we're picking the order of contestants, and I'm doing this, and I'm pulling out a trophy, and this one says Meg Morrow on it. Meg Morrow. And I set it down right there so you can see it. If you zoom in, you can see it. And I have a separate camera zoomed in so you can see the names on them. Meg Morrow, by the way. We have a female contestant this year at Elvis Explosion, so it's kind of cool that I picked her name. But it's just done all in real time, and so it's kind of cool. And so enjoy it. If you get a chance, come out to Elvis Explosion. It's a different. It has its own feel. It's been going on for well over 20 years. I think this is the 27th, 28th year, something like that. It's old school, which I love. $25,000 is given away, which is awesome. And all the guys that make the finals, so there's 29 contestants, 10 guys will make the finals. They're all going to win money, at least $1,000, which is awesome. And Ronnie's done a great job over the years at promoting this and making this big. We're just trying to bring it maybe a little bit more into the computer age and in the age of the world we live in now. And Jeff King does a great job in assisting with taking care of judging, and there's just a lot of really cool things going on with Elvis Explosion. So, and I love the fact that we got all these guys from other countries. John Coates from Ireland, Oliver Steinhoff from Germany, Casper Slee from the Netherlands. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Sylvain Leduc from Canada, which I know Lola. Lola loves her Sylvain Leduc. I love him too. He's awesome. Let's see here. Read your comments. When do we get 29 Ann Margaret's? Yeah, that's exactly what John Jeffords would be thinking about. Christine, I don't know how you control him. He's a wild animal. Is December 7th happening at Pim's? Yes. Heather, what day is December 7th? I'm not sure. I'll talk about that in a second. I'll talk about Penn's Peak in a second before we go. But anyways, if you're in the region, man, come out to La Crosse, Wisconsin, Elvis Explosion. It's just a different thing. It's Elvis contest, but there's a different feel. And that's why I've bought into it and want to be a part of it. So it's just a different feel. And I really appreciate Ronnie, all the powers that be, allowing me to kind of do some things that maybe haven't been done before. Ronnie, I love Ronnie. He's awesome. but Ronnie's not, this kind of guy doing live streams or video or whatnot. When I ask Ronnie, send me a list of contestants, he takes a picture of a handwritten note and sends it to me, which is awesome. I love it. It's old school, but yeah, Elvis Explosion. And Christine and John are going to be there this year, I think, right? Is that correct? And Sheila and Tony, I hope. Yeah, Elvex. Yeah, John, absolutely. So, yeah. Elvis Explosion, La Crosse, Wisconsin. Go to King, not Elvis, but kingexplosion.com. There's some dude in Europe that owns elvisexplosion.com, so it's kingexplosion.com. Check it out. If you can't be there, consider the live stream. I run the live stream, and it's a mountain of work. Golly, it's a mountain of work. But I'm also committed to it because I believe it's a future, and that's all I can say about it. It's the future, and like I think maybe even 5 years from now, people will be like, "Well, why don't you have a live stream?" And I'm not talking about. And I appreciate it. I appreciate people that think of it as a business. You have a lemonade stand, okay? You are running a lemonade stand, and lemonade 5 cents. Great, awesome. But like if someone can't get to your lemonade stand, you can still give them the lemonade, but it's just watered down a little bit because it's not like actually in your hand. But you only have to spend a penny on it versus 5 cents. And you'll never beat being at the venue, for sure. You'll never beat that live audience experience. But if you want to observe, watch, and get involved, live stream's great. And that's what this world has come to. I mean, it's so much on YouTube and live streams and everything else. It's what the future is. And I think in 5 years, people will be like, well, why aren't you offering a live stream? And I'm not talking about someone with a camera, Facebook living it or anything like that. And, to be fair, if you own that lemonade stand, and you're putting all this time, money, and effort into selling lemonade and someone's giving it away for free, well, just ask yourself, how would you feel about that? And I know there's I've got some comments. It's funny, like the live stream should be for free. Everything should be for free, right? Yeah, that would be amazing. I'm down for that, but that's not the world we live in. We have lowered the prices drastically just to get people involved and, get in there and do it. The cost of the equipment to do a live stream is, definitely well into the 5 figures range. So, there's costs there, and those costs have not been recouped, but we do it as a service. And so if you're interested, if you can't be there, please join the live stream, and you get to watch it. You get to watch it for, I think 90 days, probably a little bit more. I'm not like, drawing a line in the sand and being like, hey, you can't watch it now. So you get to watch it well after the fact if you want to go back and watch it again. I know there's a lot of people who say, hey, I'd love to watch this around the Christmas season. It's snowing outside and I got the fireplace on and I get a hot chocolate and I just put it on and watch it. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so you don't have to watch it that day. If you got a wedding or whatever, you can just get it. But go to kingexplosion.com. That's where everything's at, kingexplosion.com. Get your tickets to go there and be live, which is the best experience, no doubt about it. But if you can't, check out the live stream. And 29 great contestants from all over the world. It's going to be awesome. And so, Sheila, I saw that you said you're not going to be there. I understand. Get on Tony and get the live stream, baby. Margaret, you're very kind. I appreciate that. It wasn't perfect, but the price is much more reasonable. And yeah, so anyway, what else was I going to say? We got a couple things. If you are coming out live, and I'll do some Facebook, probably, maybe YouTube. We'll see, Facebook or YouTube live events of some things that happen at Elvis Explosion. Beyond the contest, there's a headline matinee show, which I'll be part of. There's the gospel show on Sunday morning, which I'll be part of. And I love the gospel show, as you all know. Some opening and closings. We got our headliners, Chris Steele, and Mr. Boyce is, Brad Boyce is going to be one of our headliners as well. So that'll be fun. But, you had the contest. Everybody knows how a contest works. You got semifinal 1, semifinal 2, top 10 goes to the finals. Some guy walks away with 10 grand in his pocket, but all 10 guys walk away with something in their pocket, $25,000, which is awesome. Jason Parks will be there playing fifth keyboard. Jason is interesting. He years ago used to be a contractor in putting up aluminum siding. And one day he just decided, I don't want to do this anymore, and I want to play keyboards. And he got good enough to be the fifth keyboardist on this gig. So give Jason Parks a big round of applause. Awesome. Great job, Jason. Fifth keyboardist. It's awesome. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, so I can't keep a straight face. Anyways, but there are some cool events that happen outside of all the other events. Now, you do have to have a ticket to Elvis Explosion to be part of these other events, because these other events are so amazing. We've had an issue. So, the contest and whatnot, you get the live stream or you buy a ticket to go and see it. But there are people that just sneak in to the after parties who didn't get a ticket to just watch the guys, all the contestants and whatnot, sing. And we're kind of putting the kibosh on that. Just it is what it is. There's so much money. I mean, like, if you knew the amount of money it costs to rent that room alone, and it's just, you got to try to pay the bills. That's it. Everybody does, until you're in the position where you want to take advantage of the system, and it's just one of those things. So we're just trying to pay the bills. So this year, the after party will be people who have tickets for Elvis Explosion, and I will be live streaming it as well, and maybe work out something. I'm not sure if I'm so busy that weekend. We'll see what I can do. But anyways, there are going to be some streams and whatnot from the after parties. Always are, and there will be again. But one thing that's really cool is Saturday night, we have a masquerade party. We call it a masquerade party. So if you're coming out to Elvis Explosion, if you got a masquerade mask or whatever, don it, put it on. And it was fun last year. Just something fun and different. Oops, sorry. And you've got all the guys. It's awesome to see them singing Elvis songs, but also singing other songs. Some of these guys are uber talented. It's so funny. Like, there's a negative connotation when it comes to Elvis, tribute artist or impersonator, whatever term you want to use. And a lot of people don't realize just how talented these guys are. And we've got a gaggle full of talent coming in this year. These 29 guys are awesome. So, and I love it. I support them. I appreciate them. And you'll see that, I believe, and not just that, but like the humility, the kindness, the sportsmanship, the laid backness, the I'm not a jerk, that exudes from all these guys. And you'll see all 29 of them on the live stream. You'll hear them. Like I said, there was a moment where something got screwed up because there were certain people that didn't mute their microphones, but it's all good. It's all good. You'll get the full experience, and you'll get to see behind the scenes. That's what everyone wants, behind the scenes, behind the veil. So that's going to be awesome. 4th through the 8th, that is correct, Jill. In La Crosse, Wisconsin, at the La Crosse Center. Radisson is attached. We have other hotels which are listed at kingexplosion.com. Check it out if you're wanting to come and stay. But all the after parties are at the Radisson. So kingexplosion.com. Kingexplosion.com. Everybody say it. Kingexplosion.com. Somebody write it. I am a cat dad all the time, Jill. I will be bringing all my stuff from Ryan Files if anybody wants anything. And the shipping is what kills. It really does. So come on, Finn. There you go. All right. Finn is back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program, Finn. We appreciate you showing up, Finn. All right. Anyway, so yeah, right now on the plate is Penn's Peak, and I've got a plate full of stuff. I got to figure out how to complete the live stream. I've got to figure out. I got to do the entire program. I've got most of the production stuff taken care of now, but it'll be good. It'll be awesome. It'll be fine. And I appreciate some of the work our sound company has done in the Change of Habit band, getting them in line with stuff in advance so that they have all the songs in advance. And that comes from the guys being able to put their song choices in now versus 4 hours before the show. And I appreciate Jeff King and Ronnie Craig giving me the okay to do that. It's a big deal. And we want everyone to be in the best position to make this all a win. And ultimately, if it's a win for the audience, both there and the live stream, as well as the contestants who are going to get the best options or band or whatever to go out and perform to their best. So is Finn coming? Finn, do you want, hey, see, she knows that's my computer and that's what she does. So funny. I touch anything, she has to rub up against it. I always laugh. I always tell Amy, I'm like, hey, man, Finn, you want to go to work? Can you imagine Finn in a theater, like taking Finn to Legends in concert and just letting her go in the theater? She would go nuts. It would be awesome. I love that cat. Anyway, yeah, the after parties are great. It's just something special. So, and I will have some merchandise. I'll be back by the sound booth this year, not up by the stage. Just kind of a change in locale to maybe eliminate some of the issues that we've had in the past. But like I said, Bob, the sound guy, his company, I think it's RC Productions. Maybe it's not. I forget. Anyways, sorry, but he's awesome. Sound and lights, and it's a good team. It's a good team of people, and so looking forward to it. Just got a lot of work to get done between now and then. So there was a question about Penn's Peak, which is coming up this December. Heather, I know you wrote down what the dates were. What day is Saturday? Is Saturday the 7th? Anyways, December. We're talking about December. I'll be there at Penn's Peak, Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. It's an awesome venue if you're from that area or nearby. Yeah, come out. It's awesome. It's a performing arts venue. It hosts a bunch of national acts, but it's on top of a mountain, Penn's Peak. And you look out the back and you can see like over 100 miles over the top of the mountains. So Saturday is the 7th. Thank you, Heather. Got something really special this year. So on Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday, I will be doing matinee shows. Most of that is for bus groups. If you're interested in, coming to those shows, please do. But I would say definitely come out to the Friday night show. The Friday night show, there's just a different energy to a nighttime show and whatnot. There's floor seating, whereas the bus groups they do it's like dinner and a show. kind of thing. So if you want a concert experience, come out Friday. And we hope to get as many bus groups in there as we can. We have in the past, and it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, because it's December, you're going to get the Elvis stuff, but you're also going to get a few holiday songs. But we're not going to sit and do 90 minutes of Christmas songs. We want to have the most effective show we can. Coming back, I don't have everything nailed down yet, but we have got some amazing players that many of you know. Andrew Hammond, my drummer for many years with The Difference, will be coming back on drums. Andrew, yeah. Bo Jeffrey will be back on bass. He's the last bass player in The Difference. Bo is awesome from Minnesota. If you look back, I had an episode on the Ryan Files with Brett Lacasse, who's now a pilot. But he will be coming back as our guitar player. Let's go, Brett. I'm so thankful. So thankful. Still working on keys. That's because of me. I've got to make some phone calls and whatnot, but we're going to get it worked out. And then, so I'll be performing Wednesday, Thursday, matinee shows, Friday night, the big show Friday night. But something very special and close to my heart is coming on Saturday night. A production, a show that I wrote many years ago that, the pandemic came around and it kind of crushed it. But this is a show that everyone should see. I mean, the world needs to see this show. It's so touching and inspirational. It's called The Day the Music Didn't Die. Imagine if, you know the story. Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, Richie Valens were on a plane and it crashed. They call that The Day the Music Died. But what if the plane never crashed? And that's the premise for this show. And it's so touching. The music's great. The finale is unbeatable. The guys, the performers in this are second to none. I cannot elevate, and I'm not trying to sell it. I mean, I cannot elevate this show enough in terms of just wow, so awesome. And I'm kind of dumbfounded that the idea was it has certainly grown beyond me in my mind because the performers in this show are absolutely second to none. So Penn's Peak of Saturday the 7th, The Day the Music Didn't Die. You've got to see this. It might change your life. It literally might. It's such a positive, uplifting thing. That being said, I do want to just say out there, anybody out there of faith, say a little prayer for George Trillinger and his family. George, who plays Buddy Holly in the show, who is just a phenomenal entertainer, legendary entertainer, just recently lost his son. His son was very young. And I can't imagine that. And I know he's going through it. It's just, it's kind of like unimaginable. And he's going through that right now. So if you don't mind, just, little thoughts and prayers out to George Trillinger and his family. There's no way to heal that kind of wound. You just survive it. So, but just pray for him and give him some peace. And that's all I can say about that. So, it breaks my heart. Anyways, there are a few things going on in my life personally, which I won't talk about today because I think we're going to talk about them publicly in the future. But some major things coming up for me, just personally, not business or anything else. So, but we will be talking about it down the road, and it's a big deal for me. So I'll get into that later on. The one thing I did want to talk about before I leave, John Jeffords, are you still out there? I see Christine is. What, John just wrenching on a car, or what's he doing? Sloppy drunk, probably. That's John. John Jeffers is the one who really helped out with some of the calculations for our. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay, John, you texted me something really intriguing, and I think it's going to be a great idea. With the workload I have with Elvis Explosion, I might not be able to have some of the longer, more detailed episodes over the next couple weeks. And then there's an episode coming up that probably is going to deal with something going on in my life personally. But John mentioned that just south of La Crosse, maybe 2.5 hours, is the field from Field of Dreams. And if you've ever seen the movie Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner, you also know that Ray Liotta, who I acted with in the movie The Identical, portrayed the part of the infamous, awesome, shoeless Joe Jackson. And John suggested maybe stopping by there and doing that. And I think it's an excellent idea. Has anybody out there been to that field? John included. You didn't really get into that. Has anybody ever been to the field? Okay, Julie, you've been there? It's awesome. How long is there like a tour, or do you just go and like, hey, I'm here? What exactly is the experience? John, have you been there? I know it's like heaven. Okay, it's from the movie. Have you actually been there though, John? Christine? Great place to visit. Is there like a tour, or is it because I've got so much stuff with Ray. I would love to really just honor him. I mean, God bless it. He passed away untimely before his time. No doubt about it. And he was a friend. He was a real friend, like a friend that he didn't have to be my friend. I mean, let's face it. The guy's massive actor, and I'm just this young, well, not young, but just this new guy coming up, and he had every right to just be like, you know what, sink or swim, dude. And he didn't. He took me under his wing, and he was awesome. Not just with me, but you can like step back and you can watch the guy and his process and how he works. I'm not talking about acting either. I'm talking about this guy could be loading a truck or stocking shelves. It doesn't matter. His mindset and work ethic were exceptional. And man, I'll tell you what, you don't always find that. And he was awesome. Let me check out what everyone's saying. Yes, 2 times. We had the blast, spent the day, made videos, just walk around, walk through the corn, tour the house, the gift shop. So you can tour all that stuff. House of tour, can play baseball, walk through the corn. All right. We've been there. You stroll the grounds. I think the only tour is the interior of the farmhouse. Bring your glove. You can play ball, run the bases. It's really cool. Hey, new good man. Play friends. So anyways, I think I need to be there, and just it doesn't have to be this long drawn out thing, but maybe a chance to just pay, because I never did. I mean, I did shortly, but just pay a little tribute to a guy that he was awesome. All right. Whew. All right. Anyway, I appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Friday Night Mic Drop. Forgive me for getting emotional, but, things you want to, just like important things in life are important. So, and Ray, was awesome. So that's it. Tune in on Tuesday night. I'll see you there. And if you want to get invested in Elvis Explosion, please visit kingexplosion.com. And that's it. It's been a wild week. It's been a crazy week. It's been a busy week. It's only going to get a little bit more busy. And but that's awesome. That's awesome. So love you guys. Be amazing. Let's see if I can actually hit this outro. Talk to you soon. And ciao.